He's in prison. What city? What city does Pastor Isaac think he's in? We don't know for sure. Caesarea. Pastor Isaac thinks he's in Caesarea, okay? He had gone to Jerusalem, which is in Israel, right? And then he was with Timothy, and there was a big riot in the city. Big, huge riot. The riot was over Paul and Timothy, okay? Because we won't get into the details of that, but some people thought that Timothy had been brought into a part of the temple he wasn't supposed to go into. Paul was teaching people that they could know God even without following all the old Jewish laws. Some people didn't like that. Whole city erupts into a riot, tries to stone him and Timothy and his friends to death. They get arrested to save their lives. A Roman soldier comes in, arrests them to save them from the crowd. Eventually, they're taken to Caesarea. At this point, he is in the dungeon of a palace in the Roman capital of Palestine. And there he is for years. For years, he's in this dungeon. And this is not a nice place. We're going to see, when we get to it in this next section, we're going to see this is a place of sickness and disease. This is a place where the guards don't even provide you food. If one of your friends doesn't come visit you and give you something to eat, you will starve to death in this dungeon. This is a terrible place. So this is what he means when he says, if he's being poured out like a drink offering. If my life sort of in this world ends up coming to nothing, if all I do for the rest of my life, he's saying, is just sit in this stinking dungeon. Have you ever felt like that? You're sitting in a stinking dungeon? If that's all that happens for the rest of my life is I sit in this stinking dungeon and then I die, I'm going to rejoice and be glad because of what I see God doing in you. That's what he says to this church. This is powerful. When we get to the very end of this book, we're going to see that Paul says he has learned a secret of being happy in any situation he's ever faced with. What? Do you want to learn that secret? Who would not want to have that ability, right? If you could have any superpower, forget flying or super strength. If you could have the ability to be happy no matter what happens to you, you rule the world. No one can defeat you. Paul has learned this secret. And one piece of it is this. He is able to genuinely rejoice when good things happen to other people. Are you?